Hey, this is Tracy Lewis with Stuff and Things with another Celebration project walkthrough. This today is a series of cards that were made all together, and they all use the Friendly Hello Celebration set, which is 2 items. It's the Friendly Hello stamp set and matching paper, which I'm going to pull out really quick and fan through it so you can see all of the different patterns that come with it. So it is 48 sheets and a variety of pastel colors. Each of the colors comes with a black lined version as well as some non-lined artwork, and then the back sides are a variety of patterns. And I went ahead and chose and made 3 different variations of the card. Here's the first one. It uses the Hive embossing folder, and for this particular one I went ahead and stamped Pale Papaya with tone on tone, and then did black. All I did was stamp around the black sentiment. It was put on first, and I recommend that you add that first. And for these 2 flowers, I stamped them twice, and then I fussy cut out the one, used a sponge dauber, and it's just the small finger sponge dauber, and I just rotated it to add a little bit of center color. This splatter is very nice. It's right here, and I used the splatter around the edges in the Pale Papaya. Popped up. I did stamp both flowers and then popped. You can see it underneath. And then I popped up the second one that I had fussy cut with some leaves. Loved how this one came out. Now every one of these is a little different, so I will take that off the page. Here's the envelope, and I did the inside as well. I am not so good one of the things I did is I'm not good at repeating, and I'm not good at finishing my projects when I'm making them all the way through to the inside and the envelope. So this series is going to be a complete series where everything is done. So I'm trying to do that this year. This is colored. In addition to some sponging, I actually colored with Fresh Freesia blends. I did the same treatment, though instead of black, because you'll see on this particular card it had black on the vertical strip. This one has no black, so it is more monochromatic. And then I used a splatter from, I'm gonna go get it, so I'll be right back. All right, so in order to replicate this background, I did a few things. First, I grabbed the Seascape splatter and I intermixed the Seascape splatter with the splatter from the set. Then I took my Fresh Freesia, and the darker purple dots that you see on this paper are actually all done by me using the Fresh Freesia blends. It does not actually have that darker color, and I wanted it to have the full depth of tones to match the color of the stamped treatment that I did on the layer above. The iridescent rhinestones I found with the iridescent color tones actually goes with all 3 of my cards. This is the animal print background embossing folder. I haven't used it very much, and I think it goes perfectly with this. And then this is this year's thinner, finer white baker's twine. I went ahead and did the inside as I said, and oops, okay, somewhere I have to grab it is the purple envelope. I will skip right along to, I also decorated both sides of the envelopes, the flap and the corner. So let's see if I did that to this one. I believe every one of them, yes. So I did the flap and the corner. So for this one, which I really liked, I used the macrame embossing folder, and I bought it knowing that it would, even though it wasn't attractive to me all by itself, just looking at it, it works really well as a layer. And I love how the iridescent came out. What I did different on this is I went ahead and sponged and edged and made sure that I got a little bit of color, and I put less of the dots. And for the strip tone on tone, instead of using dots or the small leaves, I used the bigger leaves just to change it up a little bit. So I am unable to locate my envelope. Yep, found it. So this envelope is again on the back, and then on the flap I just did a single, and I went ahead and sponged very quickly on some of the envelope and on some of the insides. See, this one I did not. I made them all a little bit different. Hey, I realized I forgot the Granny Apple Green card when I was filming until I was doing the photography. So I'm gonna insert this into my second video where I created a set of these cards. It ends up being a set of 4. I actually used double matting on this one to soften the Granny Apple Green and to match better with the leafy paper that has a lighter tone, a middle tone, and then the Granny Apple Green. So I chose soft seafoam matting and a larger white mat versus the smaller mats that I did on the other projects. So you can see them all. I went ahead and did the pop-up of the flower element. I did sponging and blends dotting instead of lines, just to add a little more whimsy to this one. And then I used the full Granny Apple Green dots and then stamped off toward the edges. I doubled up my bow and did a double line, used the same iridescent rhinestones. Here is the inside of the card, and then of course the envelope on the corner and on the back side. So sorry about missing this one, so this might look a little choppy, and I'm gonna try to fit. I will move the camera out some. Whoa. To give you a better view of all 4 projects. So this would be a really nice way to create a gift for somebody. And I won't try to cram in all of the envelopes. So those are all 4 of the projects with all 4 different treatments. Did I say I used the gingham? This is the gingham embossing folder, if I forgot to mention that. And I love them all. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns regarding Celebration, these products, anything like that, you can leave the comments here on the video or over on my blog. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.